Assalamu everyone. I hope you're doing really well. My name is HUMNA and I share content connected to art, healing and spirituality. I've started these sessions calling them as Art as Ibadat. I don't know if it is art or if it is Ibadat, but for me this is something that truly helped me ground myself, and I do this regularly in my life for the past many years now. I can't even count them, but it all started with I questioned how I was taught about Allah, and who Allah was to me did not align with who Allah was being taught to me. And so I rebelled against whatever I was being taught. And what that made me do was go very, very far away from Allah and disconnect from everything that was taught to me. So the way we are taught to pray, the way we are taught to read Qur'an, everything that was taught to me was the way that we have to be close to Allah, was something that I sat and questioned. And I truly rebelled against, like anywhere and everywhere where there would be a zikr of Allah or something that, like a dars or something. I grew up with these sort of things surrounding me, but I was very disconnected to them, and I never felt safe doing what I was being asked to do and how I was being taught to pray. And so I had to really unlearn, first of all, stop and rebel against it. Then I had to question it, what it is that I'm being taught that I don't like. And the deeper I went into the questions, was like, the more I started realizing that it's not Allah who I am not wanting in my life. It is the ways that I was being taught which really did not connect to my soul. And so just because I don't pray like other people doesn't mean I'm not close to Allah in my heart, or Allah is close to me, because Allah is close to all of us, right? Regardless of us recognizing that or not recognizing, that has nothing to do with Him. From what I understand is Allah is Rahman and Rahim. So that who says, I love you way more than anything and anyone on this planet, the proof of His love, although we don't need a proof, but the way to really see that He loves us is just the fact that He created us. He created us because He loves us. Otherwise, why would Allah create a creature like you and me that is always in zikr of Him, always in remembrance of Him, with or without us wanting to do it or not do it? We are always connected to Him through our breath, through our heartbeat, through everything that we see, we are, everything. Now, we might not choose to see Allah in all of these things, but that doesn't, just because my eyesight can't see Allah in a certain situation, doesn't mean Allah doesn't exist, right? Allah is always going to exist. And when I went on my journey, the one thing that really truly saved me was writing His names. And at that time, I didn't know the power of this act. And this was not something I learned or something I was told to do. This was something that I was so desperate and so disconnected and so lost. And in that moment, the only thing that came to me was to write His names. And at that point, when I started writing His names, I did not know the meaning of His names. I just knew that the only thing that will save me is writing these names. Because in life, sometimes we are so disconnected, so far away from Allah, because we feel like whatever's happening or happened to us, or whatever we are in fear of that will happen in the future, all of this is just really, really disorients us. And by connecting to Allah through that what we write on a piece of paper, through every alphabet, every time I write the name of Allah, it is literally that light, that zikr, that mindfulness, that conscious development of Him and His presence around me became bigger and bigger and bigger. And the bigger it got, the more I got curious about a particular name to go deeper into it. So it was not the meaning that led me to the name, it was the writing of the name that led me to the meaning of the name. It was just a journey that I had to take. And the reason I share this with you all is with the complete intention in my heart is that this is something that really saved me from myself. This is something that helped me ground and have control over my thoughts, to not always be distracted, disassociated, to always have this lack mentality, to always be looking and searching and seeking. It was like these names just brought me home in my body and reminded me that the one who created me is wanting me to come back home to Him. And the only way to do that is when I am at peace in my body and in my soul. And for that peace to be activated within me, for me to reach that space of center, of being grounded, of peace, of gratitude, was only and only in His remembrance. And His remembrance can be done in billions of ways. It could be done with a sajda, it could be done while you're eating food, it could be done while you're doing art, it could be done through anything. It could be done through His book, it could be done through you taking a walk in nature, observing the ocean waves, whatever in the whole universe reminds you of your Allah, is that what becomes your ibadat, right? And so for me, this is the way I do it, and I'd love to share it with you all. So for this, you don't really need much, right? People think art, you need this, you need that, you have to have a certain writing, you have to have a calligraphy master, and they're going to teach you. I say your master, your malik, your guide, your teacher, your lover is Allah. So why depend on anybody and anything outside of yourself? Go within, trust your inner self, and know that this is an act that will bring you closer to Allah. When you have some faith in what you're doing, automatically that faith is what turns into belief, and that belief is what completely shifts your energy from within. So with that faith, with the belief, with the trust in Allah, we're going to start writing 2 names of Allah today. So Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Today is the 15th of November 2025. I usually like to write Bismillah first, but I didn't today, so I'm really sorry, Lamia. Next time I will be careful, inshallah. So Bismillah Rahman Rahim. And the 2 names that I have today is Ya Latif and Ya Khabir. Now when you're writing these names, they don't have to be in English or Arabic or any, like there's no specific that you have to do it in that way or in that language. These names can be written in any language, for the names themselves have so much power. It doesn't matter what script or what language you write in. The name themselves have the power to heal you as you write them. Now imagine that when you're writing these names, that every time you write an alphabet or the name itself, you are taking in energy of what you are going to be creating, what you're going to be unfolding. So as you write Ya Latif, right? Ya Latif. You're going to say it with me and you're going to write it with me. What that does is your eyes, your ears, your mouth, your whole being is in ibadat. And it's not like your brain is going to be thinking of what you're going to be cooking, but it's going to be really focused on every alphabet that comes out of your hand. You see, He's the one who's given your hands the power to write. He's the one who's allowing you the chance to connect to this name. He's the one who's giving you the strength to hold this pencil. So he's the one who's gifting you his names and calling you towards him through these names. Now, as you go deeper into it, let me just write Ya Khabir. Now you might be like, oh my God, my handwriting is not right, my blah blah. These are all worldly issues. This is not real issue. My handwriting isn't good. I don't write Arabic well. These are all in your head. His name is so beautiful. However you write it, the beauty of his names cannot be changed. Your writing does not make it beautiful or not make it beautiful. His names are always going to be beautiful, right? And let me tell you this, the more you speak his name, the more your throat chakra opens, your truth comes out. You get the courage to speak truth. What you're feeling, what you're thinking, both align through these names, because what you're doing is, as you're taking the energy of the words, the alphabets in your hands, this is light. These words, these alphabets are light, right? Because he is Noor. So as you're taking the Noor in your body, it pushes out all that is not light. So you are absorbing light, and light is going to be activated inside you. So light upon light. You see, inside your heart, the light is already there. So slowly, when you do this over a period of time, you will be awakening or remembering, rather not awakening, because the thing is, the light is inside you, right? So with that thought, you're going to, as you write, you're going to imagine that the names actually are light and they are being absorbed like the sunlight. You're absorbing the sun's light into your body, and within you there's another light. And so this light that you're going to absorb goes and touches that inside light of your heart, and then you will push away everything that is not good for you. So you'll stop lying, you'll stop pretending, all your masks will fall off, and all that sort of stuff. So with that, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. May Allah guide us towards that, what is best for us, that He knows is best for us. And may Allah make all our actions, all our ibadat be pleasing to Him, inshallah. So, Ya Latif, Ya Khabir, Ya Latif, Ya Khabir. You can say it with me or you can just listen to it. Either way, it's going to have a very profound, inshallah, effect on you. So, Ya Latif, Ya Khabir. I want you to imagine in your every heartbeat, Ya Latif, Ya Khabir, 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 Ya Latif, Ya Khabir. Relax your shoulders, bring yourself into the present moment. Let go of attachments, let go of expectations. Be here in the now with me as you connect to your Allah, awaken your light, remember who He is to you. Ya Latif, Ya Khabir, 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 Ya Latif, Ya Khabir. You can continue writing this. I will read a little bit text from the book just so that you have more clarity into the meaning of these names. For me, these names were connected to the feminine energy and they help us connect to Allah in moments of stillness, darkness, and in silence. So, Ya Latif is a subtle love that reveals the finest of mysteries. There are mysteries that we are unaware of within us, right? Allah's love, Ya Latif, is so subtle, it's so gentle, it's so soft that this kind of love reveals itself when we are least expecting it. Like we will not be able to see Allah in a certain situation, but yet, just because we don't see Him, it's a mystery, but He is still there. It is so soft, it is so gentle that sometimes we don't even recognize it. And for me, I always connect tears to Latif. So when you're either angry, when you're happy, when you're sad, when you're desperate, when you're frustrated, when tears come out through my eyes, I know that I am unable to express something through my words or through my body, and I'm getting really tight in myself. And the way the tears fall, they're so soft, they're so gentle. They remind me that yes, I'm unable to speak, unable to do anything in my situation, but my Allah hasn't left me because He's giving me the tears. So, tears for me always remind me every time I cry, I'm always thinking, okay, I know that this is Him reminding me that you can cry it out to purify your heart, to let go of that, what you're attaching your anxiety or your trouble or whatever it is that you're overthinking about. And remember that even in this moment where you're feeling like nothing is going right, I'm giving you the tears that will help you release what you are feeling inside. And that means that He is with me. So through the tears, in that moment, nothing is changing. It's a mystery. Nothing's happening. I'm not like suddenly from anxious, I'm not going to start jumping and dancing, right? But in that moment, when I'm feeling really, really low, when I'm really, really dark, when I'm very, very alone in myself, and I'm crying to Allah, those tears, like tears anywhere, wherever, whenever I'm crying, good or happy tears, I'm always thinking tears are a reminder of Latif telling me that I'm loving in the most subtle way that you might not even feel it, but you could not have the tears come out of your body if it was not His favor upon me. So even my tears, as I cry, nothing is happening, but the tears is a remembrance of my Latif, the love that is so subtle that sometimes I won't even consider it to be a love, an act of love, but my tears are an act of love of His that is so subtle that I might overlook it. But it is the tears that help me release, that help me purify, that help me feel the pain deeper. And it is His blessing that I'm able to cry. But that's just for me. It could be something else for you. Now, to know this quality is to know the subtlest of things that are unknown and thus not be limited by finite conditioning. Sometimes we're told, oh, if this happens, then Allah loves you, or that happens when Allah loves you. And then when that thing doesn't happen, you think Allah doesn't love you. Allah doesn't work like that. Allah doesn't work like people, right? They will give you time, they will give you attention when it's good for them or when it's convenient for them. Allah is not like that. Allah gives us time, gives us love every time, every second, no matter in what condition. You'll be covered in the filth of your sins, you'll be covered in anger towards Him. It doesn't matter what condition you are in when you turn towards your Allah. He will always, 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 always love you, right? His love is infinite. Like His love is not because you are receiving something from His love is unconditional. Like it's not based on what you do for Allah. Allah loves all His creations, right? The subtle mystery of Al-Latif is within all things, and this is something that we all carry. We are all capable of activating Latif within us, right? This divine name is strongly related to the kind of knowledge brought by Ya Khabir. Ya Khabir is the knowledge that is within us, that is our intuition, that is our deep connection with our Allah in our heart, right? So to get to that condition, to receive His guidance in our heart, to activate Khabir, we need Latif. We need to be able to see Allah in the most subtle of places, like things that we don't see Allah coming or thinking like this can't be from Allah. We have to look for Allah in the darkness, in the silence, in the stillness. And when we look for Allah in that, we are activating our Latif. And when we are activating our Latif, that takes us closer to the inner intuition that Allah plants in our hearts. So we have to go through isolation, we have to go through stillness, we have to go through silence, we have to give ourselves the time daily to be silent, to be still, to sit in darkness, right? And then Latif is going to be visible to you. You'll be able to see that that is the gift of Allah, that you are able to be still, and in that stillness you will receive the connection with that inner realm of knowledge that is already planted in your heart. It's like Hazrat Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, when he went up to Ghar Hira, he had to leave the world, he had to leave his comfort, he had to choose Allah and walk towards a space where he could be all alone. And for days and days he did that before he got the revelation, right? So Allah prepares you to be alone with just Him, so that you are able to not find Allah in the noise, but also find Allah and connect to Him and hear Him in the stillness. So in the ghar, in the cave, he was able to build a deeper connection with Allah. Once he was ready, once the Latif was like full on head, like a solid trunk in him, then the knowledge of his heart that was already within him started getting activated in Qur'an. Like that's what came. The revelation came in his heart, but his heart had to be purified of this dunya, and for that purification, that needs to be done through Latif, through darkness and stillness. And silence. The divine name is strongly related to the kind of knowledge brought by Ya Khabir. The magnetic centers in the body used in spiritual practices of the Sufis are called Lataif. Al-Latif is a gentle and refined love. It is the secret of kindness, tenderness, and love. Al-Latif offers a subtle strength in the taming of the nafs. It is the most essential quality for human beings in developing a refined character and a harmonious manner in all relationships. Invocation of Ya Latif is an antidote for coarseness of ego. It brings gracefulness, resilience, and a softening of our defensive behaviors and rigidities. It is often paired with the repetition of Ya Khabir to express very refined and subtle knowledge. You see, when you are refined, when you are polished, when you are pure, you will receive the knowledge of Allah within your heart. And you probably, I use the word receive, I'm sorry, that's not the right word. You will be revealed the knowledge that is already within you. That knowledge will reveal only and only when you connect to Latif in darkness, when you're able to see your Allah in darkness, the voice in darkness, in silence, Allah will bring you to a space where all outside knowledge will not matter. What will matter is what your heart is guiding you towards. And that is when you trust Khabir, when you trust that the inner heart of your heart has the knowledge, Allah will reveal it to you. It's not something that is brought down that you receive. It's actually already in you. But to get to that knowledge within you, to be really tuned into your intuition, to have full trust and faith in Khabir, you have to know that Khabir has planted that inner knowledge inside your heart already. You just have to journey towards it. Al-Khabir includes the whole realm of inner knowledge. All that you need is already inside your heart. You just have to journey towards that heart of yours. It is the depth of insight that penetrates into the most secret and buried places of the earth. You know, there is nothing more buried and secret than your heart on this planet, right? Because nobody knows what's going on inside your heart. Sometimes we can explain ourselves, sometimes we can go to therapy and to find out what is in our heart, but we'll only reach a certain surface. But the deep truth that is in your heart is only and only known by Allah. Not even you yourself at times know what it is that you are holding in your heart. It is only and only Him. So this name is really, really good to get to the core of your being, right? These two names. The root forms of the word mean to till the soil, and a field where a tree is growing, khabar. Part of its inner meaning involves being tested to get to the depth of the secret. You see, you will be tested over and over and over, because the test is not something that is given to you so that you are tested to pass an exam. Basically, the test that Allah gives us is to purify us of distractions and of attachments. When you let go of your attachments and your distractions are visible to you, then you're able to recognize that, oh my God, He is the one who I should be really attached to, and He is the one who I need to put all my focus on. And when you do that, you realize the test was actually part of His mercy to help you get closer to Him. We sometimes attach ourselves to our family members, we sometimes attach ourselves to a certain goal or a career or a person or a way we are or the way we expected ourselves to be. Allah is saying through this name that you will be tested for that, your attachments, but know that there is something really deep within you to go deeper into, beyond all your distractions, beyond all your attachments. And that's where the secret, the knowledge, the inner knowing lies. And to do that, you connect to these two names. Al-Khabir is very closely related in meaning to Al-Latif, and they frequently are paired in Qur'an. We need to combine the skillful knowing of Al-Kabir with the refinement of Al-Latif to uncover the subtle mysteries of knowledge. Reciting Ya Latif, Ya Khabir is helpful to this end. Al-Khabir's natural complement is its opposite, Ash-Shahid, which means the witnessing of God in the outer world through all your senses. We recommend pairing them in recitation, Ya Shahid and Ya Khabir. The interplay of these two names lead us to Ya Alim, a name of transcendental knowledge that contains them both, as omniscience must embrace both the inside and the outside. I really hope this video helps you come closer to your Allah and be reminded of His names, Ya Latif and Ya Khabir, and you're able to enjoy connecting to Him by knowing that He is within you, He is around you. No matter you feel Him or you don't feel Him, He's always going to be guiding you. You just have to purify your heart, let go of distractions and your attachments, and know that everything that you need to move forward in life is already inside you, and He will unveil it to you when you call upon these two names, inshallah ta'ala. I'm sending you lots of love, light and peace, everyone. Enjoy yourselves. If this resonated with you, I'd love to invite you to join me on my Friday sessions, which are completely free to attend. They're at 11 a.m. UK time. You can comment either down below here or on my Instagram, art_as_ibadat. The detail is down below, and you can write down art as ibadat in the comments, or in DM me, and I'll send you the Zoom link where you can join. And this is women only, so otherwise you can receive all the sessions through my Patreon. I really hope that you connect to your Allah through your creativity and recognize that there's no one way of connecting to Him, inshallah ta'ala. I'm sending you love, everyone. Take care, and I'll speak to you soon, inshallah. Allah Hafiz.